Hi, everyone. Happy Friday. If it's not a happy Friday, blessed Friday to you, and welcome. And if you're watching this on a whole day that is not a Friday, bless that day. And welcome. And thank you for hanging out with us. News Flash Friday. And there is plenty in the news to read about and jump into. A couple things that have caught my eye in the news today. And I have starred a bunch of questions that already came in. But for those of you who are popping in and new here, welcome. And if you have any questions on current topics, throw them in, and or spiritual questions as well. I saw a couple of those, and I always get excited. Kim and Kevin and I are all teachers at heart and love to share on those type of questions. So
love it.
For sure.
And if anybody's wondering, my shirt says, "I'm the tarot elf."
Oh my gosh, how cute.
And so that's
so cute.
That's the whole get.
I'm just reading the comment. Janine is saying you're glitching. Can only hear parts of every few words, and Kim and Kevin are frozen. Is that occurring for anybody else or just?
Okay. Mountain Dancer says it's fine.
Okay.
Sometimes if you go all the way out, and this is probably glitching for her, but if anybody has those issues, just go ahead and go out and then come back in. Catherine Bush, giving you a big hug. Thank you. Blessings.
Catherine, thank you.
Wow.
So
that
sweet.
was a big Christmas hug.
No kidding.
I needed that.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays, yeah. Hi, Kevin, Loving Vibration. Great show. Was it last night? You and Mel, and who else was with you? You, Mel, and I forgot who else was with you.
Lori.
Yeah. Great show.
Was good.
All right. But it's talking of the news. Someone passed. Kevin, that we were talking about. If you want to set this up for us, so then we're going to dive in. We're going to do a little mediumship before we get started into the questions we have here in the chat in regards to current topics.
Yeah. So I might say this wrong. Antonio Damaco was the partner of the Italian fashion designer Gianni Versace. And I believe if it wasn't yesterday, the day before yesterday, recently passed. And so, yes, January
December 12th?
December.
No,
I'm struggling to find the actual date.
We're not even to the 12th.
Because I'm thinking, are we in January? What month are we in?
I know, Kevin. You know.
Oh my heavens.
You know, Mercury does that to us.
I know.
Which I think Mercury happens way more than 3 times a year, but
no, I feel I'm
not an expert.
December 6th. Yes, past December 6th, 2022, at the age of 63 in Italy.
Yeah. Oh, in Italy. Okay.
I think I kind of remembered hearing something like this. So we want to talk to Antonio, see if he has any messages, or how do we want to go about this? I feel like there's a mystery behind this that I'm not aware of, that you guys are.
Oh, mystery?
Is there a mystery in regards to Antonio and Versace?
Well, I mean, there was the history of Gianni Versace that was murdered.
Oh, right.
Versace. There was that. So that energy around it. But I'm not familiar with anything else. I don't even know. I wasn't familiar with Antonio's name even. So
Kyrsten
I don't know much about him.
Okay. Well, let's see if he has any
Mm-hmm.
Any messages coming in?
So I feel like he's like I did my best, but he never got past the murder of Johnny Versace. He's I feel like he put I went on, I put one foot in front of the other, but I didn't ever fully engage in life again, is what it feels like. Half in, half out kind of sounds like that. Half in, half out.
There was no that passion of life was gone.
Yeah.
So it's almost like he's showing me he's going like this. That passion of life is gone. But basically a broken heart. But it looks broken heart. When you die of a broken heart, it looks different on everybody. He's saying.
Yeah. I feel like he was very spiritual. My attention is to his crown chakra and that connection to Gianni in the spirit world. And so in that, I'm just in the embrace and the reunion. So it's such a celebration back in that partnership. And it's like the card is interesting. I got the Feast of Plenty and just the two swords in the earth. And then there's a little bee that my attention is drawn to. And I think it goes into like his work. It was so interrupted in the tragedy and the upset and the heartbreak of losing someone like it feels like his soulmate. And in that, the busyness and his contribution in the design world, it was there, but it was always like overcast and kind of, it was, I don't know, this blanket of like, okay, I'm going through the motions, but what I'm really looking forward to is that reunion with my soulmate. And so in that, I just feel, okay, the creativity, expressing your creativity, just in that angelic, the angel part of that just feels like he's back in that. And so, it's a beautiful reunion of the two. Yeah. Oh, and the mending bridges. So just being in that repair, I'm home. It's so good.
And I feel like that's funny, Kevin, because I feel like in a way there was a little bit of, to me, it feels like a little bit of surprise as to what was on the other side. I feel like he expected something else or something. So that religious factor would make sense, because I feel like he expected something, but something else happened. And it was like you said, a lot of joy, just happiness. I also felt like he was not afraid to die. He was very, not that he was looking forward to it, but that there was no fear there, really. He was okay with it, had made his peace. And it's weird too, though. I feel like even though you're right, the reunion it's so clear, because you're right. There's this soul connection, but I do feel like his parents met him, or it's either grandparents or parents met him, and embraced him, and then kind of that's like who met him when he passed. So yeah, that's all I'm getting. So that's.
I'm just getting a real sense of, it's good to be home.
Yeah.
It's good to be home. And I see him meeting up with Versace, and it was just like no time had passed. And stepping right back into this beautiful connection. And I feel like he's really highlighting no time had passed. And it was just there. I feel like he's trying to give, I'm all challenged about it, but trying to describe what it was like to enter that place when you pass. I think because he was surprised, he wants to tell everybody. It's like home, but better. And it's like he's like the love. There's just so much there with that. But yeah, his main thing is it's good to be home.
Yeah.
It's interesting. He's taught two things. One, I'll go with this part first, is that in their reunion, it's like they're in this conversation. I can hear this conversation and this energy about acknowledging their ability to impact the LGBTQ plus community through the spirit world. And they're already putting that energy into what's kind of been occurring. And so in that, I just got the chills that they will perhaps sometimes in that be able to make impact that we can't make, or that we need that connection of both worlds. And so in that, there's an excitement about the contribution and support that they will make for our community. And in that, I can't leave this. I don't know if they had children, but I can see these children that are here that are missing them. So I don't know if they were parents, foster parents, role models, but the children, I feel like there's a sadness that we're missing them in that. It's interesting, but
yeah. I feel like there's something about.
Terry says, sorry, his nephew and niece, Donatella.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
That makes sense.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, I think there's something about judgment, and I feel like it was almost. I feel like he got so used to feeling judged here that he expected it there, but he wants people to know there's no judgment. There's no judgment.
I love
and
that.
It also feels like, of course there's not, but it's like, because here there is so much of it that it's like, I expected it, but there's no judgment. So he just wants people to be aware of that and to know that, and to live life the way that you think you should, and to not worry about how other people feel about it.
Yeah,
you have to be that kind of like, be true to yourself, that kind of message, because there is no judgment there.
Yeah, you're your own judge. You're the judge of.
Right.
I love that message.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I do too. And he keeps imprinting that emotion of non-judgment. That's huge, because we daily live under a blanket of judgment coming from here, and everything's judgment, and it is no judgment. Oh gosh. And if we can grasp a little bit that while we're here, we could fly.
Yeah.
Wow, that feels good. Can I just sit in that just for a second longer?
Because it did feel like that, Debbie, like he got so used to it here that it was just like, oh, that I expect that. And I forgot there isn't any at all, because like, you're right. Yeah, we live with it. We live with it daily.
Yeah.
That is powerful. And that's for everyone to be, in in the self-expression that's just, you know, our true nature, and being in that, it can take something. We add all these things that complicate it or confuse us, and then we're in our question, like, you know, we even bring that judgment that we hear from other onto ourself, and in that there's that release, and it's like, yes, be your true self, and in that there is no judgment on the other side. Really powerful message.
Very powerful.
And I uncharacteristically, I pulled a card because I got this amazing card. I got these amazing cards from Freebird Spirit.
Lead with
And you can get yours too.
I was going to say, look what came up.
Empower yourself to change your narrative. That's exactly the card.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Empower yourself. Exactly. Because there isn't any judgment. You don't need to worry about it. You just need to be true to who you are.
Yeah.
And check out those narratives that we keep grabbing onto.
Absolutely.
Of judgment, that we go, okay, I'm going to judge myself too.
Yeah.
With that narrative.
Right.
Change those narratives. This is the time to do it.
Yeah. It's the reminder and the insight of, we don't have to be in the spirit world to have that power to be in our self-expression and separate and free of the judgment. And so in that, I mean, that goes to each and every one of us, you know. I love it.
Then I got this one.
Hugging you. Yeah.
Yeah, he's giving it. He's embracing everybody. And
Yeah.
I think he's kind of like, you wanted to talk to me. Here I am. So big hug.
He's like, I've been here 5 minutes.
Yeah.
You already asked me back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's awesome.
Awesome. These cards are so
Nice to meet him.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up, Kevin.
Perfect.
All right. All right. So we can just dive into some of these questions now. It's kind of, I just love that energy. Now it's going to be, we're diving into this. But did you guys hear that Putin floated the possibility of being the first to use a nuclear weapon?
The second. We did it first.
Right. Okay.
Right.
First,
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, Rhonda.
Yeah.
So kind.
Oh, that guy. That guy is just.
So he's you know, how I see him is he's kind of getting to that he's kind of getting to, thank you, Rhonda Rue, blessings to you. He's way back when I saw him getting pushed, kind of cornered, and he's in that corner right now. He's getting closer to that corner. I don't know if it's like where he, you know, there's nothing else for him to lose, or whatever that corner is for him. But I do feel he's getting, my sense is he's getting closer to that corner, being cornered, to where he'll start making some of these irrational things. But nice that Brittany was released. Not at it. I mean,
that was so nice.
Yeah, that was huge. But for Putin, what is his deal? If someone could,
I'm getting that he's either, for entertainment purposes only, I'm getting that he's either drinking a lot or taking medication. There's something about that. Yeah, there's something about that.
Woo-woo.
Yeah. And escapism, a little bit of escapism there. And I feel like it's very usually he's in such control. It's uncharacteristic, but I feel like there's a little bit of trying to escape it, like you said, Kevin, kind of in the mind. So I feel like there's either medication or alcohol. I know people say he doesn't drink, but I don't know why so did Trump. And I'm like, I don't know why we believe that when they lie all the time about everything.
Everything else. Why?
But I do feel like there's something going on with him trying to escape in a way. And it is, to me, it feels uncharacteristic. Like I don't normally do this, but the times call for it. And I feel like he's moving money or something, or he's moving money around, something with money. He's moving. Yeah, I feel like he's moving money somewhere. Yes. Under the table, something about under the table. He's paying somebody for something under the table. Isolated. He's isolated as well.
Does he have connections in the Middle East?
It could be. So I had a dream that the Kremlin exploded, or that was bombed, and I just got that vision again. So there's something coming. I don't know if it's that specifically, because a lot of times my dreams, sometimes when I get pictures, they can be kind of symbolic, but I feel like there's something about to explode in Russia, basically. Something, either information or something, or it could be something physical that's about to happen there, but I feel like something's about to blow. And it could also be that energy too, that you were talking about, Debbie, that kind of backed into a corner. It could be something like that, but it feels like it's in Russia. It doesn't feel like it's in Ukraine for some reason.
Yeah.
His energy, like in the head, so in the confusion, the fogginess, and then it goes into like fear and like frantic and just not rational. And in it, it's like my head exploded.
Oh.
And in it, so of course, entertainment purposes only, but it's like, how do I say this? How do you want me to say this? It's like, it's not going to end the way he would ever want it to end. And so with it, it's like his regret and like his failure is there. So he's like witnessing that, because it's so not going to, like, there's no, the fear and the all of that disillusion, and like, it just feels like more and more distance from where he actually wants to be. And that's reassuring for us that it's not going to, I don't feel like it will end in a way that is in his favor or how he would want to see it, even in his disillusion. So in that, it's like his self-exploding or self-imploding. Yeah, just crazy. It's a horrible energy just to touch for a moment. It's like, and not that I want to say I have compassion for that type of crazy, because I can't say that I do. It's like, yeah, it's so messed up. Sorry, Ugh. Yeah.
And it's well, and I think that compassion element comes from just a soul realizing that another soul is completely lost.
Yeah.
They've completely lost their way here. And it's sad.
It is. And I feel like whatever this is, it backfires on him. So I'm wondering if that's what you're seeing, like it kind of exploding in his face. Like whatever he's planning, something. Anyway, I do get Judgment, the Fool, and the Death card all together.
Oh gosh,
which is intense.
Even I know what that means. Yeah. That's not good.
Yeah, not good. For him.
Not good.
I do feel like he's trying to play his last card here with Strength and Player. And but I get Devil and the Handcuffs.
Yeah.
So something with all of that energy coming in with this, it's like, no.
Yeah. Just before you said that, the last thing I did is I drew the anchor, and I could see this chain attached to him, and it's like dropping the anchor. He is stuck. And in that, it's like there's no way out. There is no way out of it. And so, yeah. Yeah.
And I just put together, when you guys are, whenever I would read on him, I would always get Hitler. I would always get that he was like him, that had that energy. But I also think that another similarity that's going to end up being between them is that it's like he loved Russia to death. It really is like he loved Russia so much and wanted to, make it the most, the best and the brightest. And because of that and that ego, right, he's going to destroy it. He's going to destroy it himself. Nobody else is going to do it. It's going to be him.
Yeah.
Well, he's already done that by going to war with Ukraine.
Exactly.
But
I think they're in for a lot of heartache, unfortunately, in Russia, and it's his doing. Nobody from the outside, as much as they talk about the West, it's not going to be that. It really was him that at his own hand, his own decisions.
Yeah. Well, and I do get a sense of sooner than later this playing out, whatever the scenario is.
Yeah, you get that feeling. I feel like people are very aware of where he is with the nuclear stuff, and I feel like there are people that are around him that are trying to calm that down or cool that down. They know what that means, so they're trying to damp that down. So I don't know if he'll go there, but it does feel like something's coming. That's kind of feels that may tip this into a place of ending, which is awful, but also it will. I think it's meant to end it. I think it's supposed to end it, but I don't know that he'll play the nuclear thing. I feel like there are people around him trying to dampen that down or stop that. Yeah.
Whenever I checked into that before with the nuclear thing, I always saw the people around him stopping him from doing that. Keeping it all the way there. He may be going like this, but and there's a lot of like spiritual forces as well at work with that kind of thing. It just feels like no. No.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
That's heavy energies, right?
I know.
When I read on him and when I read on Russia, it's heavy stuff. Get out the sage. Yeah. In fact, I've got some spray too, Kevin. That's a good idea.
Get heavy.
Yeah.
That was for all of us.
Thank you.
It's like spiritual Lysol.
Totally. Yeah, everybody.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Connie, hello. What will happen to Kyrsten Sinema's committee appointments? Will they be stripped? I hope yes. Kyrsten Sinema's committee appointments.
Might one of you give me a little background on this?
Kyrsten Sinema is the most annoying member of Congress, the Senate.
Right.
She is a Democrat.
Yeah.
But she was always kind of standing in the breach of a lot of things passing. She likes attention. She's kind of she's always an outlier, and she just tries to stir up trouble.
Yeah.
And so she's always kind of standing in the in the way of things passing and stuff. And she decided that after we won the Senate, finally, the 2 days after, she's going to be an independent. She's not going to be a Democrat anymore.
Okay.
And so, and she has committee appointments in the Democratic Party, but because she switched parties now, they're wondering if she's going to be stripped of her appointments.
Yeah.
It was like I remember reading on her a long time ago and thinking like that it was this plan all along. Like it kind of to pretend like I'm a Democrat, and so I take that seat and then I'm going to switch when I get there.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
It's so she won't be primaried as well. She doesn't want to be, she knows because she's not popular in Arizona. She's unpopular, but so she probably would have been primaried as a Democrat. And so she switched. She's just it's a self-serving thing, right?
I said instantly I heard more for herself. So
that's exactly right.
Yeah.
I always get money around her too. I feel like a lot of this is money. And also, I don't know how, if she didn't grow up with money or she didn't, because I feel like I don't want to be poor again, or I don't want to go back. I don't want to, there's a feeling of wanting to be, to have money and keep money. I think she might keep her appointments. Actually, I feel like for some reason, I feel like the Democrats feel like they need to keep her where she is, they feel a little bit of, I feel like they feel like they need to for some reason. So I think she might keep them and I feel like they're sorting it out. Like they're making a deal kind of thing. So maybe if she agrees to caucus with them, she keeps her appointments, something like that. I just feel like there's some kind of backroom, like they're negotiating with her, but I think she may end up keeping her appointments. At least that's what feel like I'm getting.
How I read it, will they be stripped? I got the no card. I feel like she's under a lot of judgment and there's some denial around that. It's interesting, no card, but it's like the displacement. And so in that, with the release, to me, it's like the energy of right now, it feels like a no, but I feel like more stuff can come out. And in that surfacing, the second card I pulled was the yes card. So I feel like in the energy of it right now, no, but as things kind of, the judgment and then the denial, there's something there.
I agree.
That as things kind of come to the surface, that it could switch. So no, yes.
Yeah, I thank you, Kevin, because I'm getting that same thing. I feel like right now, no, they're keeping it, like, they're gonna like this for now, but there's something coming into play. And when I was watching the scene play out, it was like everybody just kind of scattered and ran. I don't know what that is, but I get things in metaphor. It just looked like at some point it was going to be that she would have to move away from, be removed from the appointments for some reason. And I got the tower for her.
Interesting.
So, and that's the middle of this whole thing. And that's a sudden change. So that what we're seeing play out here is, the intention is to keep her contained here, but something's going to happen. because of some kind of her illusions, delusions, or some other opportunities, you have the Seven of Cups and then the Six of Swords coming in, and that is moving away, moving on. So at some point there'll be some moving on, but it's going to be fast. It's like something that comes up and they're like, okay, we need to move her.
Oh, interesting.
Has this actually, it feels uncharted. Like, has this actually ever happened before?
Yeah, I don't know.
It feels kind of new. Like, it's like, okay, we need to like really look at this. It feels uncharted. I keep getting that feeling. Yeah, interesting.
I wonder if something, I wonder if it's something that in regards to her I don't know. I can't. It's like she has to do with money.
Surprise.
Oh, look at that. Yeah, I have the Wheel of Fortune. I have the Ten of Pentacles, and right between it, the Ten of Swords. Oh. So there's some kind of bombshell is what I keep hearing, a bombshell of something that comes out, and it's in regards to money. And so her fortune is going to turn, and you have the Ten of Swords. So there's other people going down with her.
Oh.
Ooh. Who is she connected to? I know. Annie's like, Kim is quiet. She's getting something.
Yeah. Well, no, I was going to say Jan Johnson said she did grow up poor. So
okay, yeah.
I think there is this kind of weird attachment and, wanting to get money and hoard money and have money and keep money. And I think, yeah, Linda's saying corruption. Exactly.
Someone else is coming down.
I also feel like there's this thing about image as well. I feel like she has a lot of fear about becoming like irrelevant, not relevant. So I feel like she has a lot of insecurities, like money insecurities, feeling, not wanting to be ignored, kind of, those kind of insecurities. Like I want people to know who I am and to be relevant. And I feel like that's a fear of her. Again, a lot of fear with her, I get.
Yeah.
I don't want people to be worried that if she's taken out and moved, it won't affect the 50. I feel like the replacements will be Democratic. If she's attached to people being taken out, I don't, to whatever this is, I'm getting the sense that she'll be replaced with someone in the Democratic Party.
Oh, interesting. So Phoenix Rise, Renee says her mother and her were homeless and took refuge in an abandoned garage.
Wow.
So yeah, that's trauma. A lot, maybe it's the trauma then. It's like a lot of fears and weird stuff going on with her. With a lot of these politicians, it's like they need therapy. Go to therapy and stop making us pay for your hang-ups and what weird stuff you've got going on. Go get therapy.
Right. Okay.
Well, they are talking. There was a lot of talk about recalling her because she did not run as an independent. And so people voted for her as a Democrat. So they were not happy that she did this, but we'll see. We'll see how this shakes out. But people were not happy about this.
Yeah. So I feel like something's going to play out.
Yeah.
And I think.
And the money thing, is a big thing with her. So that I would not be surprised at all, Debbie, that something like that happened.
Yeah. We'll see. Okay. Okay. What happened to Kent? Hi, Valeria. Hi, Suzanne. Okay, what happened to Kent Stermon's? Okay, Kent Stermon found in his car dead. He was a donor and a friend of DeSantis. Well, that's sad. Okay, Sherry says Stermon was being investigated. Oh, this is getting mafia-ish.
Yeah. Mobby.
Mobby. It's starting to feel like, for entertainment purposes only, it's starting to feel like the Russian mob. Oh my gosh, Jamie just said Russian mafia lives in Florida. Loves Florida. I just literally, I didn't even know. I have no clue. I just, you know. Okay, I can't wait till you. Okay, you want me to go?
Just one thing off the top is, and I'm just checking in to say, and of course, entertainment purposes only, but this acknowledgement about accountability. So as I feel into his energy, it's like, and I'm not saying that he took his own life, but and that could be possible, but there's this accountability feeling. So I'm in the awareness of like,
oh, he's taking accountability.
Yeah, so he is taking some accountability, is the feeling that I'm getting.
Well, dealing with the wrong people too. Good, yeah.
Yeah. Actually, I'll just keep going because I got the observation card, and so I feel like that's the duality of him being in the observation. From the perspective of spirit, looking at that. And so I'm feeling into that. But then the other side of it is him being the one observed. And so it starts to feel uncomfortable in that. Yeah. And then the grief card, which is curious, kind of like just people there mourning, but him just being in that energy of the circle. Again, there's something around his own grief or that connects to the accountability. It's a little mysterious is the feeling I get.
I just heard no way out. So I feel like there is a for entertainment purposes only, there is a taking your own life scenario here. I feel like there is, it feels like, because I feel like there's, I heard no way out. It also feels like I've thought of everything. I've thought of everything I could do. I've thought of every way to go, and there really isn't any way to escape. And something was about to come. Something was coming down on him. I mean, you said investigation, but it feels like something else was coming due or coming down on him.
Well, I have cards to back you up on everything you got. That's the direction I was going to. You're reading my cards again.
Yay. when that happens.
Yeah, it looks like there was lots. He couldn't overcome the obstacles that he was facing, and he lost any stability. So he couldn't face. So you have the Chariot and the Emperor in reverse there. So facing these overwhelming obstacles, and there was no way out there. And so then you have the Ten of Wands and becoming like burden martyr, like the whole thing, and then walking away on his own. That's making that choice on your own. So no one doing it to him, but making his own choice because it was too much.
Right.
Let it go. Let him go.
Glenn says allegations of sexual misconduct were being investigated. And
Okay.
so that would definitely make you feel.
Okay. So that makes sense to some of these,
Yeah.
these other things that came through, some messages that were coming through that were coming at him, and he couldn't bear it.
Yeah.
And he's like, where's Kevin? That happens sometimes.
He disappeared.
He's like, I'm out. This is too much. Sometimes that happens. He'll come back in. He could have lost power or something. He is up in the hills in Canada. But yeah.
Oh, his power went out, he said.
Oh,
no.
that's what I thought. Power. That's what power. Up in the hills of Canada, right, Kevin?
Uh-huh.
Whew.
Yep. There he goes.
Yeah. So wow. Okay. It'll be interesting to see what they find.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, so Kevin got that he was taking responsibility of it as well. So
yeah, it sounds like, yeah, and it felt just felt like that, to be like, just like everything was coming down on him and he needed no way out.
No way out. Not gonna face all this.
I mean, is it really worth this? I mean, what getting involved with these kind of people, and I just think what is worth all of this, just, drama and danger and all this stuff is just not.
I think it's like a drug for them or something.
Yeah, I think that is part of it.
Okay. He's in a sad face on the phone.
Oh no. Maybe it will come back on.
Maybe it'll come back on, Kevin. Okay. Arwen the Gray. Hello. Democrats have floated retiring Republican Congressman Fred Upton as a choice they would vote for Speaker to avoid McCarthy. Will he get to be the Speaker? Will Fred Upton get to be the Speaker? Connie says, let's pray for Kevin's power to return at once.
Yes, exactly.
At once.
Power. Kendall. I'm not feeling that. I don't think so. That's just. I feel like there's too much in the way, so I don't feel like that will. Maybe they'll put him up, but I don't think he'll get it. It just doesn't. It feels like there's too many obstacles in the way to do something like that.
They're not going to let him get in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
They will stop him. When you have the devil and the Three of Swords coming at him, that's a no for Fred Upton. They have their plans. They will not let him get in there. So that's a no for me. for Fred Upton.
Right. Yeah, I got the same thing, Debbie.
Okay. I'm sure Kevin did too.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, welcome everyone. If you're new here, we're just going through questions that people have posted earlier. And so I'm just pulling them up. Thanks for being and hanging out with us tonight.
I have a little bit of a cold, so I do have Kleenex. Sorry.
Did you get
just a little bit? I'm getting over it.
I was wondering if you were going to get Adam's cold.
Yes, of course, but I am a good patient. I just go to bed and say, leave me alone. Check on me every 8 hours. I don't walk through the house saying, oh my God, I'm so sick. Why is this happening?
Why is this happening to me?
He and Cassie both, terrible patients.
Oh my gosh, it's so funny.
Everybody knows if they have a cold. Everybody's sick if they're sick.
A lot on Kyrsten Sinema tonight.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sharon Sipe. She posted so if you want to order my cards that Kim is using tonight.
Yes. Yeah, they're beautiful, actually, Debbie. I think they're really, I always see you use them, but they're really pretty cards when the colors and
yay
pictures and oh my gosh, they're beautiful.
I purposely chose soothing. I wanted soothing colors. I wanted, so go to my website that Sharon posted there and go to merch and you can order some. And if you order some before the 15th, you go on to a list for a 30-minute reading. You could win a 30-minute reading if you want, or you can give it to someone else if you don't want a reading.
That's neat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did Kyrsten Sinema get paid to become independent? Oh, did she get paid to become independent, leaving the Democrats? Will she be caught and prosecuted for it? Okay, so we were kind of going there before.
Yeah. Right.
We were kind of going there a little bit, but we didn't go all the way in. And so what is this about? She did.
So I'm hearing incentive. So I don't think it's actually money, but I feel like there was an incentive for her to go to do this. There was some kind of incentive for her to do this.
Mm-hmm.
All feels very her and her team and her stuff. It doesn't feel like there's other people even involved. I feel like it's very like selfish, self-motivated, self-determining, I just think it's all about her. It really is. It does feel that way. I hate to say that, but she's a woman in Congress and I like to think better, but she really is a little bit, yeah.
Sure. And here she is, the Knight of Wands. A lustful adventurer, will do anything and whatever it takes to get what she wants. And that's kind of what's going on here. And in regards to for her own expansion, she'll do whatever it takes there.
Yeah, because it does feel like she'll get things out of this that she knows about, but I don't feel like it's like she was paid to do this. It doesn't feel like a transactional that way. But it feels like, oh yeah, she'll benefit in a lot of different ways by doing this, and she figured that out.
She's trying to create this perfect happy family thing. She's trying to create this perfect happy life thing that she thinks that she maybe didn't have. Right. So that's what she's trying to create. You have this dichotomy of her. You have two sides of her. You have the Nine of Wands her, and then you have the Ten of Cups her. So, but This is her on the inside, the Nine of Wands, and this is what she wants to present to the world, the Ten of Cups. So she's she's trying to do her life and make.
The ends justify the means. I think that's kind of how she lives. It's kind of like, this is what I want, but I'll do anything to get it.
I'll do anything to get it.
Mm-hmm. The end is a nice idea or a good thing, but it's the way she's going to go about getting it is the problem.
Yeah. And I think that she made some poor choices because she's never going to get elected again.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Let's look into this. Tiger Weiss Jones. Hello. What's going to happen with the water situation in the new year and beyond? Water keeps coming up for me. I've been doing my predictions, and water keeps coming in. So water's going to be like gold in some places, you know, and yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah. Okay.
I think there's going to be some flooding in some weird places that don't normally have flooding. There's something with that. And I feel like there's a couple of, California might be one of them where the drought's going to get a little better.
Okay.
But then new droughts in other areas. So it's, there's a,
Well, there you go.
Yeah, up and down.
So you have the temperance right here in the middle, and that's
Okay.
It's like,
yeah.
Trying to find that balance, but it's off balance. You have the tower. So that means it's just going to be what you think is supposed to, you can't maintain what you think weather is supposed to, like, oh, well, 10 years ago, the weather, we could consistently on, May 1st of every year, we got a snow,
Yes.
It's not,
yes.
Those days are gone.
Yeah. I got chills with that. Debbie, you're exactly right. Things are being turned upside down.
Upside down with this tower.
Yeah.
But it will find a new balance. Thank goodness we have the temperance right next to it. But a lot of change because, we have the judgment. There's judgment coming down.
Mm-hmm.
This is just, it's 4 cards in a row here. Temperance, tower, judgment, and the world.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not going to be what we have ever expected before. We need to be aware. And as far as the water, energy and power, and the water situation is going to be challenged. So these are called Beauty Tarot, and you can get them on Etsy.
Oh, those are pretty too.
Yeah, they're pretty, and they have the.
Yeah, those are nice pictures. And there's an element of we did this to ourselves. We did this to ourselves. There's a personal responsibility. Yeah.
And there's that. Mm-hmm.
But a learning going on, learning of what's going on.
And that's what's going to happen here. Mm-hmm. And we have Lake Mead that has no water in it. And so that's where also what's coming in with this reading is like when they told me that water is going to become like gold, and there you go. It's going to be in some places it's going to be like that, because then you have also what they're showing me is polluted water. So beware of the what's in the water. So something with that too. So again, this is the water situation in 2023.
Gotta get our act together.
That's all I can say.
Together.
Store some water. If you're, and yeah, we're going to have floods. We're going to have droughts. But it won't be where you think.
Yeah, it's going to be new places. Filter filtration. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness, I never even thought about that. Artificial snow in ski areas also pollutes water table. I had no idea. I didn't even think about that.
Interesting.
Okay. Oh, we're at time.
That went fast.
It did. I do want to. Lots of great questions, you guys. Thank you for all the questions. And thank you for coming and hanging out with us.
Thanks, guys. Your Friday night with us.
Yeah. And before we go, I kind of just want to throw a card for just everyone. Everyone's like me. No, I mean like, I'm just going to pull a card for a general message for all of us. Kim can pull a card too out of her new cards.
Yes, I can.
Kevin, I'm so sad that you got booted. We'll try it again. Poor Kevin.
Okay, so I pulled the transformation card.
Yay, that's a good one.
And it said yesterday doesn't fit you anymore. That's the second time we've heard to change your narrative or not,
Yes.
Make sure that you're living the life you want to live and being the person you want to be,
We're being offering that, and some of us are listening and some of us aren't. But for those of us who are here and are listening, we have an opportunity to really surrender to that transformation and be open to what is opening up for us. I mean, it's just what an opportunity not to push the river and go with the flow. The card I'm getting goes right along with what Kim brought in there is the crane, and it's the surrender card. And it's talking about letting go of limited beliefs. Be as expansive in your thoughts as your soul is. I mean, that's transformation. So Willow says psychics are coming out. Yeah, it's a magical time. Stepping into your magic.
Yeah.
It's time, everyone. So blessings to you. Thank you for hanging out. And Kim, thanks for coming, even though you have this.
Debbie, it's fun as always.
You're not sitting here going, oh, I'm not feeling good.
I know. Yeah.
And you came anyway. I appreciate that.
I'm good.
Pam's like, I think I'm growing up. Finally, yay. I know. I hear you. Let's do this, Annie. Let's do it. All right. So thank you, everyone in the chat. Thank you, all the moderators and Sharon Sipe for posting all the things.
Yeah. Love you, Kevin. Sorry you couldn't make
it. Kevin. All the lights are back on now.
Good.
He just sent me. That is so crazy. As soon as
I know.
That's weird.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. I think Mercury's in retrograde all the time.
I know.
I had so much trouble today with it. Anyways, and thank you for the donations tonight, you guys. Blessings to you. And we'll see you all next time. And I guess we'll see you on Monday.
On Monday on my channel.
On your channel, on Kim's channel.
Yeah, for our ladies' night. Please come. Please come and hang out.
Please come and hang out. It's a fun night, you guys. It's for everyone. It's even though it's women empowering women. It's for everyone. It's awesome. All right. Have a blessed weekend, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.